It was February 19th, 2019, 6 years ago when I uploaded my first Gacha game video. Yeah, that thing was terrible. That video was of me summoning units in a Gacha game, and now may you have asked how did that come apart when I was posting Fortnite and a whole bunch of other games and Fortnite. How did I come to that conclusion? Well, my best friend, yes, unfortunately, my best friend. He told me to post it. He said, yeah, he told me to post it. So after thousands of videos and video breaks, we are here. Do I regret it? Let me get back to you on that, homie, okay? So far, my channel has become somewhat of my personality of me playing Gacha games, I guess. So since I'm tired of them, so I'm putting my 2 degrees to work. I wrote a video essay about the state of Gacha games right now. Granted, I did write this months ago and this video is just now coming out. I'm so sorry. Imagine this, you turn your phone on, I'm your screensaver, and you log into your Gacha game. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look, a new banner. Okay. Your favorite anime waifu or, you know, dadfu. Is that a thing? Limited time banner. The voice actor was so expensive. You got to summon. You have enough for only a multi-pool. The music swells inside you. Okay, wait. Listen. You press summon, rainbow lights shine, and then it's a 4-star. Okay. A 4-star cactus, bro. But guess what? You don't stop. You spend more money. You pull again and again and again. Yeah, I know you like that. All right, now you're broke. This is the world of Gacha games, and where if you once was emotionally stable, you're not anymore, honestly. You might ask yourself, how did we get here? Because let's be honest, you're stupid. Now, since we're diving into a world of torture and anime, breaking down why they explored what's happening right now, where they're going, and more. For the uninitiated Gacha games that are in the digital slot machines and with the RPG type of game installed into it, money plus gems or summoning currency, and whatever game you're playing, that, listen, they all cost real money. And or time to roll for characters, weapons, or even both at the same time. You don't get to choose what you get. It's completely RNG. You only get to choose if you hit pity, if that game has a pity system. Gacha has like a psychological tricks, YouTube hype cycles, angry Reddit threads, fan art, burnout, etc, etc. You know how it goes. Now, Gacha is not fully luck. Is really, it's a part of it. I won't be able to talk about every Gacha game in this video, by the way, but the focus on is showcase the practice in this video that we're going to be talking about and the industry. This video is my thesis slash therapy slash session slash comedy slash special, breaking down the good, the bad, the stupid of Gacha game industry. Variable reward scheduling is a method used to ruin lives. I'm playing, okay? And Gacha games to come out with the new banner, which is delivered to give you crazy dopamine to keep you summoning until you get that character or item. So sometimes you win, you know? I promise you, listen to me when I say this. If you play or have played or trying to play Gacha games, you heard someone say or have said or will say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Kick them, okay, buddy? I don't know who said that anyway. Wayne Gretzky or whatever. How you say it? Like, brother, get out of my face. My cam turned off. What in the world? Did my camera die? So every time somebody says that, I'm like, brother, get out of my face. I'm not summoning anymore. You see this a lot in the Gacha community. Now the sunk cost fallacy, decisions, the fallacy influences our decisions. Yeah, I know, right? If you feel too invested or you feel like you have to summon, boy, let me tell you, you don't even notice. Say if you spend about like 50 bucks on a banner and you didn't get the unit that you wanted, so you say, well, might as well summon more since you're already that deep into the banner. Next thing you know, you're on your 35th pull and you haven't even got the character yet. But then you finally get the character. Next thing you know, you're at pity and you got to choose the unit, not since you hit pity, and now you're guaranteed the character or a character, but that bank account, my boy, oh my, let me tell you, my earphones. This kind of plays into FOMO, the fear of missing out, since come and go and some are even exclusive or limited time. I always said in Grand Summoners, the characters that are non-collabs will come back sooner or later. They always do. Now with crossovers, particularly with Grand Summoners, those are limited time. You have a chance to get these units, but it doesn't have a chance to get a rerun, so you might have to go all out if you really want that unit. Some people start panicking, especially if the character is good and you need them. You're saying things like, what if I skip this banner and regret it forever? What if I never get a second chance? Spoiler, you probably will, buddy. But by then the unit would probably be power crept by an even swimsuit version of a different character. With a game like Grand Summoners, the content are the units really, and not really the events in the game. So yes, brother, that is the content too, but it's like unit over in-game events sort of deal. He was texting me. Let's talk about how big the industry is. I mean, Gacha games are no longer just like weird mobile games, side projects. These are pretty big games. There are mobile gaming and consoles on PCs now. Games have even grown the revenue rate. Like, it's crazy. Genshin Impact made over $1 billion in 6 months. Fate Grand Order has ranked in $7+ billion in a lifetime revenue. Even smaller games like Art Knights, Blue Archive, Big freaking 7 are even pulling tens to hundreds of millions yearly. These games exploded for a few reasons. One, they're cheap to make, you know, compared to console games that are in development for what, 10+ years, 5 to 10+ years. So two, they're mobile first, meaning they reach anyone with a smartphone, and most people in this world have them. They're around everywhere now. And three, they don't just launch, they live. They constantly updated with new banners, events, and characters that keep players coming back for some reason. It's like a never-ending anime with the power to drain your wallet. Gacha games went global hard. Japan, South Korea were the early kings, but once China stepped in with big players, MiHoYo, Genshin, Honkai, you know, those games, then the genre hit critical mass. Suddenly, every country is pulling on these banners. Every content creator was making, I spent $1,000 on pulls, videos, that sort of a deal. And every developer wanted a piece of delicious, I'm talking about delicious, that sparkling RNG pie, my boy. With all that success came consequences. Legal ones. Countries started noticing that, hey, this is basically gambling. Yeah. Michael Jordan, with extra steps. So Belgium straight up banned loot boxes. Yeah, they packed them up out of there. Get them out of here, buddy. Okay. Several European nations followed up with lawsuits, and the US FTC issued warning letters, as far as I know, to app stores, now requiring developers to display drop rates. They have to show them now, and which is great, but they accept when those drop rates are 0.001%. Chance to get an SSR or a 5-star idol goth nun warrior queen. I'm joking, but others started hiding behind currency mazes, like turning real money into gems, then into summon tickets, then into rainbow orbs, until you don't know what you spent your money on, and only that hurts. There are also issues of kind of like kids spending money without knowing any better, or people spending money beyond their means, or games targeting whales with targeted offers, you know, private bonuses and algorithms that are literally track your spending behavior. Yes, there's whale tracking tech in some games. It's not illegal yet, but it's definitely not cute. I know Dragon Ball Legends do a thing. If you summon this many times, or you spend like a certain amount of crystals, you get, they bring it back. They bring like gems on their anniversary, and they give you like a certain gems to a banner, and you can use those gems / tickets, and you can summon on that. And based on the gems / tickets that you get, is based on how many times you summon on banners, or spent like 1k crystals on banners. I'll tell you this, one thing I don't like in Grand Summoners is that they have free gems and paid gems on their banners. Once you summon one time with free crystals, you don't get a guaranteed 5-star anymore. In games like Dokkan, you just have a regular banner, same rates regardless if you pay for the stones or not, you know? Yeah, they need to change that. Now we arrived to the content machine. Gacha games weren't born for mobile phones. They were perfectly engineered for YouTube too. Pull videos, instant content creation, reaction faces, thumbnails for days. Yes, sir! I spent $2,000 and still didn't get them. I love those type of titles. I've done it before myself. It's basically a genre now. I guess what, it gets a lot of views. It tends to get a lot of views. This isn't accidental. Devs love content creators. Some devs. They feed them, you know, preview builds. They give them early access to, you know, content, even preview to the next update that's coming out. Hype becomes marketing. Marketing becomes pulls. Pulls become trends. It's a full feedback loop. Creators hype the banner, fans get hype, everyone pulls, someone gets destroyed, someone flexes, and the cycle repeats. And somewhere in that loop, the viewer gets FOMO so bad that you start pulling too. You know, content is king, but in gacha games, pain is content. But here's the downside to all that constant content, all those updates, all those banners: burnout. You know, hard, brutal, and edible. You know the grind: daily logins, weekly bonuses, endless event reruns with the same exact mechanics from 2020. You collected 18 currencies you don't remember the names of. You used to upgrade characters that you don't even like anymore for a limited time banner for already regret pulling on. Gacha burnout doesn't hit players, it eats communities. You know, forums get salty, subreddits get toxic, Discord communities, it's fried, my boy. It's cooked. Okay, people quit, come back, quit again, then they watch content out of spite. Maybe they like that content creator, maybe they don't. You see people hate playing, just logging in to suffer, just because they invested so much time into the game, they spent so much money into that game. Here's a topic I really want to talk about though. Now, despite with all that pain, there's a light at the end of the banner. Some games are actually evolving, innovating, learning. We are starting to see some better PvP systems. We're seeing some actually action combat games. I mean, I look at PGR content all the time, and the combat in that game is so much fun. It's amazing. Games that give you real choice to pick your 5-star, free events and currency to back it up when you get dupes. You know, giving it back to the community. That's what I like to see. Some are leaning into actual gameplay with strategy. Like I said, PGR, even roguelike modes, social co-op system loops. You know, no longer pretty characters are just on auto battle loops. We're actually playing these gacha games. We're controlling the characters. We're controlling the action and what happens in these games. And some of these gacha games, you know what? Chill community. I'm talking about family, self-aware, what's going on. Casual games like AFK Arena, Arknights have deep rewarding systems. From when I played, I don't know how it is so far right now, but without demanding your soul for every day, while the biggest whales still get to run the show, of course, they're seeing the slow but real shift to tour player family monetization. Imagine that. We're moving towards a great part. The only thing is that I'm seeing gacha games now, they're just looking like Genshin. They're just Genshin clones. Genshin made a move and they set the standard and they came out with something big and it worked. Now I'm waiting for companies and game developers to do something different. I'm tired of seeing the same UI pop up when another gacha game that comes on your console slash PC slash mobile phone, it looks the same. It needs to change. I'm tired of it. There's a couple games that are actually coming out that I'm really interested in. I think like it's the Atlanta game, something like Anta game, something like that. It's like, it literally it's like a game. They said, hey, let's take an action game, let's take a superhero game, let's take an anime game, and form that baby into one. They got web swinging GTA like type things in there. You're driving cars, you're doing missions. You still have like the Genshin UI setup with 4 characters on the side, and you can switch in between the characters. It's pretty cool. It comes out in like October, something like that. Might have to check it out. I just see a lot of Genshin clones and it definitely needs to change. I want to see something different, and I want to see a game with some great combat and there's a bug flying around. A game with great combat and honestly not too crazy with the monetization. Here's the weird part. We know Gacha is bad for us. We joke about it, we meme it, we call it, you know, pain posting, and yet we still play. And why is that? Because beneath the monetization, the FOMO, the Gacha bait, there's genuinely love for the game, the art, the gorgeous music, you know, banger central. Writing, design, voice acting, some have better world building than $60 AAA titles sometimes. I mean, when you come to voice acting, I mean, some creators, your favorite creators are now voice acting in these games, and mostly because the communities, the memes, the fan art, the guys, the live streams, they fanfic. We laugh, we rage, we cope together, and it's not just gambling, it's gambling with culture, baby. Let's go. I'm just playing, guys. I don't even gamble when I go to the casino. Oh my gosh. When Dokkan drop a new golden Frieza, I'm there. Okay. So where does this all go from here? Will regulation finally catch up and shut it all down? Get laws in place for this stuff in every country? Will we shift towards subscription-based models? Will gachas evolve into something more ethical? Will we just keep chasing, you know, the next banner? One trend to watch is player pushback. I guess the more games abuse monetization, the faster players walk. Fortnite developers should watch this. Mobile devs are starting to notice, I guess. They can't really milk people forever trying to give something back anymore. I mean, it's you know, it's everything's expensive, you know what I'm saying? With AI generated content ruin, you know, some stuff like that, you gotta think about that. But the genre gets smarter. The more these games come out, the more the devs are a lot of devs are watching, and so some of these games are in, like I said, are in development for a bit. Even though console games are probably in development for a little bit longer, these Gacha games are probably in development too for a minute, and they're seeing what everybody else is doing, and they're like, might as well. Gacha games are complicated, they're beautiful, they're addictive, fun, frustrating, artistic, you know, kind of exploits you too, but they have like this epitome of like, I love this thing, but it might be ruining my life. Let's make good content out of it. It's entertaining to watch, but maybe we don't need to quit like the cold turkey type of thing. Maybe we just need to play smarter, set limits, of course, knows the tricks, take breaks, pick games to respect your time, and remember, no JPEG waifu is worth your rent or money properly. I think there are some good games coming out, but there are some really frustrating ones and gacha mechanics that I won't tend to, or I just stop playing the game because their practices are just not that great. But I think we are elevating, we are seeing these anime style games, and they're are offering like a non-gacha system where you have to grind for the characters, but you can still play on your mobile phone, that sort of thing. Usually gacha mechanics are tied behind, you know, time limits and that sort of thing. That's the only thing that I really don't like, because they will make you pay for, hey, let me get some more energy, some more potions to refill my energy, that sort of thing, stamina, refill that up, and you have to pay for it. That's the only pretty thing to limit your time, which I can understand why that's implemented in these games, but definitely better practices, and let's see where those go. Thanks for joining me into this deep dive, honestly, into this sparkly abyss of gacha gaming. Now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments your worst pull, your favorite gacha game, your biggest regret, your proudest gacha moment. Let's suffer together, you know, on this channel. Okay, like this video if you're lucky, subscribe if you ever spend money on a banner and immediately regretted it. Yeah, I like that. Shout out to the real heroes, the free-to-play players, my boys. I love y'all. I love y'all out here grinding like it's Dark Souls, bro. Let's go. It's been sleepy. I see you on the next banner, probably broke and probably happy and probably both.